Don't judge the hair, okay? I'm trying, I'm trying to come on here really quickly and just give you guys an update because I'm going to be looking absolutely crazy for the next couple days. It is TLC time for my hair. So, yeah, I'm about to pre-poo and then let that sit and then, get to washing and deep conditioning and all of that for the next couple days. But, yeah, so today is officially day 2, I guess, of quarantine. So I know you guys are trying to figure out like what's happening with the airline industry. You see certain things on the news. I haven't really said too much about it. But yeah, so as of today is March. What is today? I have no idea what the date is. Okay, so today is Thursday, March 26th. Yeah, so pretty much the update for right now, as you guys can see, like all the flights are getting canceled. I just finished working. Well, technically, I was just on. I just finished being on as of Monday, so I came home early Tuesday morning. So that's what you see in the clip before this was I was in first class. The flights were canceled the usual way that I commute if I ever come home. Those flights were canceled on American, so I had to fly United, and I went from Dulles to Houston and then Houston to Memphis. And yeah, so they took the 767, and y'all, of course, since it was so empty, it was like literally, y'all, it was like nothing but standbys on the entire flight. So luckily I was able to get first class, and yeah, so that's what you guys seen. So yeah, I've been home ever since Tuesday afternoon. I got home at like 1:15 in the afternoon, and I've been home ever since. So yeah, we're not going anywhere. My parents, of course, they like stocked up on everything as far as food and stuff. I completely cleaned out my crash pad because I don't know what's going to happen for April. So I packed up everything in my car. So my car right now is just like loaded down with everything that was in my crash pad. So like I said, since April is so up in the air, I just decided to go ahead and pull everything out. But yeah, as of right now, I know that they're canceling even more flights. I know I did see like online a few flight attendants from my company saying how their flight home is canceled. Their flight to get out of whatever layover they're at is canceled back to base. Like, y'all, it's all kinds of craziness going on. And then somebody even posted, they were like, if you, this was yesterday. Somebody posted, one of the flight attendants was like, if you're not already home, then you need to get home by today. So luckily I had gotten in Tuesday, but yeah, because today supposedly even more flights are supposed to be canceled. So it's like almost like little to no flights. So I'm trying to figure out, because right now we have a schedule for April, like like usually the schedule comes out on like certain days. We bid on certain days, and then we move our days around on certain days, and that's usually how it works. But that's not how it worked this time. This time was a bit unique. So, yeah, we literally bids were due today in the morning, which usually is unheard of. But yeah, I'm not quite sure even what day we're supposed to move days around. Our lines, like how much usually our lines are worth, we're supposed to get like 78 hours for the month. Y'all, they literally dropped our lines down to like 61, I think it's 61 hours and some change now. So, y'all, it's absolutely crazy. But I heard that you can call scheduling and let them know like, hey, I want my full 78 hours, because contractually they have to give us 78 hours. But yeah, so we get like 4 extra days off as of right now for April. So I don't know if I'm gonna just take those 4 extra days, or if I'm going to tell them that I want my full 78 hours. I'm not 100% sure yet. Honestly, I don't even know if we're gonna be flying as of next month. So I'm just trying to move my off days to the beginning of April, just to kind of like wait things out as much as possible for April, instead of actually taking a COLA, because our company, which a lot of companies are seeming to do. I know American, they have something like that as well, and you can just take a leave. But I mean, you guys know that for my company, I've always told you guys that we've always had COLA. That's just like how our company rocks. Like, we just get COLAs. So yeah, so a lot of people took COLAs for the month of April. I did not take a COLA because, I just kind of wanted to wait things out and see how bad they were going to get. I didn't think they were going to get as bad as they are right now. But the deadline, of course, has already passed to put in a COLA for April. So I probably should have put in a COLA, but I was just a little nervous about it because I just didn't really know how things are going to pan out for April. I didn't think they were going to be like how they are now. But yes, I might take one for May because I know they are giving out one for May as of right now. So, y'all, I don't know. Right now, everything is so up in the air. We just don't know what's what. We're still waiting on our company to, like, tell us certain things. We're still waiting to see if we're going to be flying for April. Like, we're just, like, waiting. We're just waiting to see right now. So, we really just don't know much at all. So, like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, if they don't tell me anything for April, then am I supposed to commute into work? Like, you know, like all of that is so in the air. I just don't know. So, and I mean, like all the flights are canceling. So I'm like, even if I am supposed to commute into work, how? When there are like no flights. So I don't know. Right now. Like I said, everything is just so up in the air. We just really just don't know so much. I mean, I guess I may have to just do a bunch of drops or something. And y'all, I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, we'll see how everything pans out or whatever. But yeah, so as of right now, for the rest of this month, I am off. So I'm just at home quarantining, I guess, with my family or whatever. So my parents, they're off from work. My sister, they had to go get her like beginning of last week, because the school just like shut down. So they had to like, it was real last minute. They just had to just kind of like up and go get her. So she came home last week, and this week, actually today's supposed to start her spring break. But yeah, there is no spring break with everything going on. So, which is why, of course, I told you guys that I was going to be coming home. But, yeah, so luckily I'm off right now because I was supposed to be home for my sister's spring break. So now it looks like I'm going to be home for the beginning of April, because I was only planning to be home for like these 7 days. And then I was just going to fly back in and then, of course, work the beginning part of April, then be off the end of April, you know? Well, actually, I had plans to go to Carnival in Jamaica. That was the trip that was planned for April, and that was gonna be like such a fun girls trip. But y'all, everything just is now canceled. My hot girl summer was supposed to start next month, and it's just not. It's terrible. But yeah, so since we are just sitting in the house, I am getting a lot done. I'm just going to be filming a lot more videos for you guys. So, yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned. And, yeah, I will keep you guys posted on what we're doing in the house. But we're really just not doing much because there's not really anything to do because everything is shut down. So, yeah, I hope you guys are being safe. And, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.
Find your way back home.
Hi guys, it's day, I don't know, of quarantine at this point. We've been stuck in the house for so long, I done lost count. But yeah, so clearly we haven't been doing anything, but I did want to let you guys know that, y'all, I got a line. Have to excuse my little twist. But yeah, so I found out I got a line, I think the other day. And then we officially got our lines, I think, yeah, yesterday morning. I officially got my line. But I told you guys I was doing TLC on my hair, so I looked a hot mess. So, shut up. So now I look a little better. It's just the twist. They're still a little wet from last night, so I can't put them out yet. But yeah, so that is the update, y'all. I literally only have 2 trips for this entire month. It's beautiful.
Oh, my bad. You have to cut
Girl, turn it off.
No.
Turn it down. Let me finish.
Ugh.
Girl, turn it down, because I can't. It's copyright.
Girl, okay, but...
So like I was saying, I have 2 trips this month. And yeah, so so as you guys know, I've been off for today is March 30th. Today is the last day for this month, this bid month for us, for the month of March. So technically April starts tomorrow. And yeah, so I've been off these past 7 days for the month of March. So yeah, I don't report back to work until April 9th. That's when my trip starts. I think it starts at 11:45. I think that one starts at 11:45 in the morning. My second trip is later on in the month, and that one starts at like 9 something in the morning. So more than likely I'll have to, since I do have a 2-leg commute in order to get in, I'll probably have to fly in like the night before, unfortunately. And yeah, that'll probably be how I have to do it. And let me explain to you guys how it's happening for us. So yeah, so as of right now, for the most part, people who have lines are getting like 2 trips a month, at least at my base. I know that for sure. Not talking about any other bases, because I have heard like San Fran and stuff, those who got relief lines, because that's what I got, a vacation relief line. Those who got vacation relief lines are working more hours than people who actually had just like regular hard lines, and it was like some people had like a problem with it or whatever. And I guess, and so the reason being is because when you're a line holder, you're guaranteed 71 hours. Now, when you're on reserve, like I told you guys, you're guaranteed 78 hours. Okay, so, however, but this particular month, the reserve lines dropped, I think, to like 61 hours and some change or something. But you can call scheduling. You can have them like, hey, I want my 4 days restored so that I can get my full 78 hours. Because contractually, that's what we have to get, even though they tried to give us something else. So, but with being a line holder, you automatically get your 71 hours. So all the line holders, including myself this month, got 71 hours guaranteed, even though I'm only working 2 trips. Now, both of my trips are equal like 30 hours, to be honest. And both trips are 3-day trips. So, yeah, and they equal, yeah, it's like right at 30 hours. So technically I'm only working six days out of the entire month, but I'm still guaranteed my 71 hours, even though I'm only working technically like 30 something hours. And then with having a line, like I told you guys, when you're on reserve, whatever you work outside of like on your off days when you're on reserve goes on top of your guarantee, which means it goes on top of your 78 hours. However, when you have a line, now you're guaranteed your 71 hours, but anything that you pick up goes towards that 71 hours. It doesn't go on top of the 71 hours. So that's the difference. That's a slight con with having a line. But for the most part, like on an average month though, people actually are given lines that are 71 hours. And then now if you drop or something like that, then, you know, of course your hours go down. But, you know, of course you can pick up more hours over the 71, of course. So whatever, like literally when you have a line, whatever's on your schedule, you actually have to work in order to get those hours. Now, being on reserve, you just automatically get the 78 hours whether you work that many hours or not. And if you go over it, then of course you have to get that extra as well. So those are some of the pros and cons with like having a line. But they're like this particular month, I was like, well, they probably won't really use reserve since the flights are getting canceled so much, and, you know, flying has drastically decreased. And I was like, there's no point in me even trying to get a line, trying to bid for a line, even though you should always bid for a line. I almost messed up. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just do reserves. So I had submitted my reserves. I didn't even try and do a line. I didn't even try and do like dream bidding like you usually do. But I was just like, it's not happening this month because there's so much chaos going on. So then I was on a flight, and one of the flight attendants, she was deadheading, and she was talking to another flight attendant, and they had lines, and they're based in Newark, and they were mentioning how they only had like 2 trips or something for next month. And I was like, what? And she was like, and they were saying that they still get their 71 hours. So I'm listening, I'm like, you know, being nosy. So then I happened to ask her, I was like, hey, what do you mean, you know, you guys only have 2 trips? And they were saying, yeah, they was like, right now, they was like, we're going to be off for about anywhere from like 20 to like 25 days for the month if you have a line, because, you know, they don't really have any flights to give us or whatever. Yeah, they don't really have any, you know, they don't really have much. So, you know, you're still guaranteed your 71 hours, but you're not you don't have to work them. So I was like, oh wow. So she was like, yeah. So she was like, definitely. She was like, definitely bid for one, because I told her that I was on reserve. So I was like, oh okay. So after I found that out, I was like, oh, I would rather be at home for 20 to 25 days of the month and still get paid 71 hours versus the 78 hours, and I have to still pay for my crash pad and still be sitting in Dulles versus being quarantined at home with my family, right? And two, my family has already stocked up on like food and stuff, so that's also less money. And then two, I don't know when I'm gonna get caught. You know, you just don't know. So with this particular situation, I don't mind taking the like 7-hour cut or whatever for me to literally only work 6 days and for me to be home for 20 to 24. Technically, I'll be home like 24 days because I work 6 days. So about 24 days of the month, I'll be at home with family. So, I mean, I'll take that all day versus, my regular, 12 days off. You know what I'm saying? So, and then two, I don't, like, I have to literally sit there in Dulles all that time versus I can sit at home and still get my full 71 hours with a line. And I know when I need to come in and I know where I'm going. Like, it's just so much. That is the pro for having a line as of right now. So good thing I withdrew my bid and I redid it again, and I did it the way I usually do, like I dream bid. So so I did all of that and I got my very first choice, which was a relief line. So yeah, let's just hope I can kind of keep this up, because I know a lot of people took COLAs and stuff to kind of help out so that people don't get like furloughed and like all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm able to keep along, because that means there's it's less money that I'm spending, even though I'm technically getting a few hours less pay, but at the end of the day, I'm still spending less money as well, and I'm also able to be home more. So, I don't want to be exposed, around people in the crash pad or whatever the case may be. I would just rather be at home with family and stuff like that, saving money. So, so that's the situation right now. I just want to let you guys know. So my first trip is the 9th through the 11th. So yeah. I mean, that's that. Like I said, it's been nice. So, because technically, either if I was on reserve, I would have had to like move my off days to be off for the rest of this week, or either I would have had to fly back this morning to make sure I was back in town for work technically tomorrow, because today is my last day off for the month of March. So yeah, guys, it's beautiful. I enjoy it. I'm really liking this whole having a line situation. It's really cute. So yeah, I'll bring you guys along. Like I said, I only have 2 trips for the month. They're 3-day trips, and I mean, we'll see how everything goes. I have seen that a lot of people, when they're on trips and stuff, the flights get canceled that they're supposed to be working. And that's the thing with having a line, you're guaranteed, not guaranteed, you're pay protected. So even if my flight were to cancel, I still technically get paid for that leg. So for the most part, I have like either 2 legs for a day, or 1 leg. I think it's only one of my trips where I have like 3 legs. I think it's like 1 trip where I have like 3 legs. But either way it goes, if anything happens during the trips that I'm on and something gets canceled, I'm still pay protected. I still get paid as if I worked the flight, which is also a really good thing, because being on reserve, you don't get that. That's another con. But right now I'm just gonna enjoy some of the perks that come along with having a line, and we'll see how everything goes. So right now I'm finna head into Kroger. We're about to get some food. Not food, but I mean, we had to get a few things. We're getting like almond milk, and my daddy is like going crazy. He does not want to admit it. So when he watches this, he'll be like, no, I'm not. But he is. He's like, oh, we need more tissue. I'm like, tissue? So I don't know what it is, y'all, but everybody's going straight crazy about tissue. Everybody is. Not just him. So he's not alone. But yeah, so me and my sister, we're here at Kroger, just getting a few items for the house. And then we're just gonna head on back home. I feel like I'm free, y'all. I feel like I'm in a jail or something, locked up in the house.